Welcome back, my fellow fiends. We are back in Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. Last time, the conception had occurred and wiped out pretty much all of Tokyo, and presumably the rest of the world, and we woke up in the underground basement of the Shinjuku Medical Facility as a demon. This time we'll be exploring more of the hospital. Check out some of the rooms that I didn't look into. Perhaps we will encounter more spirits. For the most part, these spirits seem to be helpful. This door is locked from the other side, so it looks like the only way out of here is the elevator. Do not believe I went into this room. A healing room. Looks like this is the soul of a somewhat nervous doctor, because it doesn't really trust demons. But yes, you can go back to him at any time for free healing. The Shinjuku Medical Facility is basically the tutorial area, so they take it pretty easy on you. Let's head to the first floor and exit the building, see what has happened to the world outside. Except it seems like the doorway has been blocked. Some sort of cave-in. Oh, I had planned on it. You know, now that I remember, there was an annex. The annex was locked to us back before the conception happened, but maybe we can leave out of it. And it looks like this guy's no help in trying to find our friends. This is the elevator back up. Or, no, actually, this is the door to a hallway. Sorry, lost my bearings there for a second. Ooh. These cash cubes always have stuff in them. Medicine is quite handy at this point in the game. We do not have any healing spells of our own, so any damage that is dealt to us, we need items to recover. What have you got to say to me? You know, we were hearing about Magatsui last time. Some of the demons we fought wanted our Magatsui, so I guess that is demonic power. I wonder how much Magatsui we have. Let's see where this hallway takes us. There's a cash cube over here. Life stones are handy. Life stones recover 25% of your health, I believe. The difference between life stones and medicines is that medicines recover a fixed amount, whereas the life stones vary based on what your max HP is. It's either 25% or 50%. It depends on what game it is. We do not have an annex gate pass. Still, we've only got that guy's word for it, so it's still worth it to check it out. Human at the annex. According to what Miss Takao told us, anyone who was at the hospital at the time of the conception survived it. So it stands to reason that if it wasn't Hikawa that this guy saw at the annex, it might just be Samu. But he didn't fill us with hope. Hopefully we can find our friends before they are eaten. The hospital seems quite empty at the moment. Nothing really heading my way. And we've circled back around to where we started. You'll have to forgive me if I wander with a slight amount of aimlessness. It's been a while since I played. Luckily, we have a little map that shows us where we have and haven't gone. I missed one of the doors over here. Ah, this must be the walkway to the annex. But it looks like this guy wasn't just yanking our chain. We do indeed need an annex gate pass. Now what's this over here? A demon. Yeah, the gate pass. Have you seen it? Yoyogi Park, huh? Yeah, we can take you there. It's not that far from here. Hey. Well, it's always good to have friends. And we got our first demon to join us. This is Pixie. Let's see what she's capable of. She's pretty decent with magic, has a healing spell and an electric spell, and she also resists electric spells herself. Overall, a good ally to have at this point in the game. Her magic stat is 6, and I believe mine is 4 right now? Yes, so even if I had any spells, they wouldn't be as good as Pixie's. Now, she mentioned some Praetas. There's another guy who mentioned Praetas to us, and there was that one door that was locked. So it looks like we were dead on the money going here. Looks like we got their attention. I'm ready to kick some ass. I don't think these guys are going to cooperate, especially since we deceived them. Now that we have an ally, we can do a bit more than we could before. Ooh, that was very good that I dodged that attack. Now you notice that they had 3 turn icons, one for each of them, but when he missed, it expended 2 turn icons. And that's a pretty big thing in this game. When they miss, it costs 2 turns. Now we're going to do a bit with team fighting. One of the options here that I didn't mention is pass. As you can see, it allows you to skip your action at half turn cost, and it turns it into a press turn. The reason I want to do this is because Pixie has a magic spell, and Praetas are weak to all forms of magic. So letting her go twice is more effective than me going twice, which would be how the turns proceeded if I went. As you can see, that guy there was shocked. Shock is a status effect that we'll cover when we can actually take advantage of it. Feral Claw must have a very low hit rate. We also got a physical skill in the last video, Lunge. Lunge is slightly stronger than our basic attack. And I actually got lucky there. Lunge tends to have worse accuracy than your basic attack. Now, when an enemy is shocked, every attack against them is a critical. Criticals count basically the same as exploiting weaknesses, so they also press your turns. So here we're getting the tutorial on Demon Negotiation, a staple of the series. We'll talk more about that when we're actually given an opportunity to negotiate. Now you may notice that the little compass there, it started flashing yellow. That is basically our warning of when an encounter is coming up. As you move, the color of the compass will start to turn. It'll turn darker yellow to orange to red, and when it's red, that means an encounter is about to happen. Keep an eye on it if you don't want to be caught unawares. With the Annex Gate Pass, we can get through this walkway and continue to the Annex, which hopefully leads to an exit. What do you got to say to me? Sounds like we've got a boss character coming up. Said it was in the Annex. Wait, there it is, I see it. Looks like a big manta ray. Fornius, huh? Well, I take that as a challenge, and I'm always up for a challenge. Ooh, bad luck. We got ambushed. This is something that your luck stat can affect, and also your agility stat, I believe. It helps you get the first turn. Now, she mentioned to us that a good way to increase our strength would be to negotiate with demons and get them to join our cause. Sure. I've got plenty of life stones. Awesome. That was easy. Note that not all demons are going to acquiesce that easily, but because this is early game, demons are very easy to please and will join you a fairly decent amount of the time. So let's summon Kodama to the active party. It looks like we can carry at most 8 demons at once. So we'll have to be wary of that. Especially on hard mode, it's a good idea to stay at full health at all times. The last thing you want is to get ambushed and then be completely destroyed. That Fornius does look pretty imposing, though. We might have to strengthen ourselves a bit before we decide to fight it. You know, now that I'm thinking of it, let's check out Kodama. He's got Zan and Connection, which is a negotiation skill. Sometimes when we're negotiating with demons, he can chime in with his... or actually, I think you can command him to use his negotiation skill. And depending on the demon you use it on, it may produce a beneficial turn of events. Honestly, negotiation skills aren't that useful. You're better off just doing most of the talking yourself. I want a bright future. Basically, what you're saying there is just guess until you get it right. There actually isn't a defend command in this game, which is somewhat unfortunate. But, what she was really trying to tell us by saying that is that if you attack an enemy and they resist, or rather nullify, drain, or reflect what you attack them with, that also expends press turns. I believe attacking a reflection and a drain actually uses up all of your press turns, which is really bad, so you want to be wary of that. So, Kodama is a fair deal faster than me, so he got to go first that time. Luckily, with our demons, we are capable of exploiting many weaknesses. So, these random encounters will be quite easy from now on. Now, we shall put another point in the magic. I want to start building up my MP. We got Analyze. Analyze is a skill, you just use it on an enemy and it tells you what they're capable of. Thank you. That was kind of him. The Analyze skill can be helpful, but personally I don't really feel it's worth using up one of our 8 skill slots. So I tend to swap it out once I get something better, and we get an item that replicates its effect later in the game. A revival bead. Very nice. A revival bead does exactly what it says. It revives your demons, I think with half their health? I didn't plan on eating you. This isn't Digital Devil Saga. More ghosts. Oh hey, now this is something that can happen. Demons engaging negotiation with you. Sure. Sure, I'll have him join me. Now this is actually a fairly fortunate turn of events. Will-O-Wisps are of the Foul order of demons, and Foul-type demons are the kind that you cannot negotiate with. So the only way to get them to join you is to have lucky things like that happen, or you can get them through a mechanic that will come up later. As you can see though, this guy is not very good. Although he resists physical attacks, he is weak to all types of magic and Expel, the instant death type magic. As a result, I'm not going to be putting him in my party, as that is a very big liability. I may check out what his skills are later just to see if he's worth leveling up, for reasons. I do plan on it, he is in the way. Way ahead of you, little guy. Nothing else in here. One important thing I should mention about negotiation, you can only get a demon to join you if you are of equal or higher level to them. So far, all the demons we've talked to, we've been of equal or higher level to. That will not be the case all the time. More life stones to replace the ones I've been using. I feel sorry for this child, just randomly ended by the conception, doomed to be a spirit forever. It's a little depressing to think about. For the time being, these encounters are very easy, so it's not really necessary that I edit them out. Aw, now that's unfortunate. Yeah, I'd recommend not using lunge, as it tends to be more trouble than it's worth. It's just got very low accuracy, and it's barely any stronger than your regular physical attack. Later on in the game, encounters will become much more difficult, so I will feel the need to edit them out later. And I'll generally just show off encounters that either have interesting things happen in them, or have new enemies to show off. As you can see though, even though I haven't been investing points into my strength, just because my level is increasing, my physical attacks become stronger. Now when your demons level up, you do not get to choose where their stat points go, they go up at random. Generally they'll go up for what's actually useful for them. This was not the case with what happened with Pixie. She got a point of strength, which she doesn't really care about. She also learned the Seduce skill, another negotiation type skill. You basically have no reason to turn them down here, because they give you good items. A bead is actually a very good item at this point in the game. It fully restores your health, but it's also good for another reason. So, like I said earlier, this human that the spirits have been talking about, it's either Isamu or Hikawa. Hopefully it's Hikawa. Now we've re-entered the underground facility, except we're on the opposite side of that door that was locked earlier. This is good because it gives us a shortcut back to the save point as well as the healing soul. I think at some point I'm going to have to invest some points into luck because getting back attacked, not fun. Oh, now that's really unlucky. Fortunately, these guys are not very strong, so it's not a huge issue. We don't have any weaknesses to them, and in fact, Kodama himself resists their Zan spells. There we go. A good amount of experience awarded to us. One thing that's a little unfortunate about this game is that as you level up, the amount of experience you get from enemies lessens to counteract level grinding, but they did not program it. They did not program it so that your demons get the proper amount of experience that they need. It's always based on the Demi-Fiend's current level. Ooh, I spoiled what our name is. Oh well. Your character is the Demi-Fiend. You know, I completely didn't pay attention to what that guy said. But these guys are giving little negotiation tips. This guy's mentioning something I mentioned earlier. He's talking about foul-type demons, and haunt-type demons are also ones that rarely join through negotiation. Like, if we tried talking to Preda here, he just wouldn't have any of it. We're almost out of MP though, so yeah, I'm just gonna make a quick trip back to the healing spirit. Now that random encounters have been activated, we can get into encounters in this opening hallway. Luckily, rooms like this, where a healing soul resides, there are no encounters, so... Or actually, well, typically there's no encounters, but this time around there is. Actually, there might not be encounters, it's just the compass doesn't change to reflect it. I played this game pretty extensively, but much like Disgaea Hour of Darkness, it's just been a while. I was gonna just cut this encounter out, but here's another mechanic that can happen. Enemies just appear as soon as you defeat others. Can be annoying at times if you just barely survive the fight, but it's generally not too much of an issue. Luckily, whenever enemies appear after you've defeated a first wave, I don't think they can ever get the first turn. Another level up for us, which is very good. More magic. Well, I got really lucky the last time. Let's see what he does now. Yeah, that's the most typical thing Marogare does. One thing I should show off, on the Magatama screen, you can see Marogare is, he's pulsating. That means the next level up, he will teach us a new skill. Shibuya sounds like a place where people would gather, so it would be a good bet to go there to find our friends. Another cash cube. Could always use more beads at this point in the game. Though, again, not for the reason you might think. Yeah, I knew I had passed by something. There's one more door to go through down here, and we're going to want to go through it because there are goodies. Ah, no. That's actually something that's kind of interesting. That Will-O-Wisp used a spell called Makakaja that increases their magical attack stat. It does not cover magical defense, though, as far as I'm aware. The defense buffing spell, Rakukaja, does that as well as physical defense. Makakaja just purely boosts magical attack power. But when they attack a demon that resists it, oh, come on, doesn't do too much. Kodama's close to a level up. Ah, there's a new demon here. And also, my luck is terrible. Ah, hey, Rakukaja. If I am pronouncing that poorly, feel free to tell me. Oh, looks like I was correct earlier. You do have to... They do just randomly interject with connection. Or no, wait. Ah, sorry, it's just been so long. Making all these poor statements. Ah, sure. She took some of my health, is what she meant by draining my power. Oh, fine. So here's Gonection going into place. And it worked out well. Very nice. And Huapo is actually a fairly good demon. Let's see what she can do. She resists fire, weak to ice, has fire spells of her own. Unfortunately, she does not start with Rakukaja, so we'll have to level her up a bit before she gets that. But now we have a full force of demons, so we've got 4 press turns to work with. Except, Pixie just got taken out. My timing is impeccable. You know, I was going to heal my team, but then I forgot to do it, because I am not very bright. Luckily, that's a fairly big case of no harm, no foul, because we can just head back to the healing spirit to undo that. Now we have extra Dia power. So this is the door that I missed, but we're going to have to go a little ways before we can double back around to it. Wapo is decently powerful with a very good magic stat, and Fire is taking advantage of many weaknesses here. Rudimentary. Okay, heal up, and just out of curiosity, let's just run around for a bit, see if we can get into encounters here. Yes, we can. Alright, I've got to resummon Pixie. Oh, come on. Oh well. I could use the experience, honestly. Let's summon Pixie into this fight so that she can get some of the experience. I will want to level Pixie up quite a bit. There we go. I better actually talk to this guy just to restore our MP again. It's always a good idea to take advantage of these free healing spots as much as you can, because they do not appear all the time in the game. And if you so choose, you can level up in front of the healing spot and just constantly restore your HP and MP. And Pixie got a level up, and she got a very valuable spell, Rakunda. Signs of change can be seen on Pixie's body. Curious. I wonder what that means. We'll find out later, I'm sure. But yes, Rakunda is a debuffing spell. Chakra Drops restore your MP, very useful. It lowers an enemy's physical defense as well as their magic defense. Very useful spell to have, especially at this point in the game. What do you got for me? Fornius doesn't sound very nice. Still, Makatsui has been coming up a lot. I wonder why everyone wants it so badly. Another level up. You can guess where this point is going. And we got life bonus. Life bonus gives a 10% increase to our maximum HP, I believe. Either that, or... yeah, that's it. There's another skill with a similar name called Life Aid. What that does is it restores some of your HP after each fight. Anyways, we can take this ladder up here to find a few extra cash cubes. A Mazio Rock. A Mabufu Rock. And 300 Maka. Maka is the currency of the game. You saw me use a bit of it earlier when negotiating with the demons. Maka is going to be something we're going to want to have a lot of, but never going to have enough of. Hard mode increases the prices of all items in the shops, as well as increases the price on a certain other thing. And as such, you are going to be hurting for money throughout a lot of this game. Just checking the map to make sure I'm going the right way. These guys. I'm actually going to try and negotiate with one of them to get them on my side. Ah, this one. If I remember correctly, that might mean that... Ooh, this is unfortunate. That might mean that I am not high enough level to actually negotiate with these guys. But these guys lowered my accuracy and my evasion, which can be very unfortunate if I miss, like so. Yeah, I'm not high enough level. It's honestly not a good idea to try that after it fails once, but I had used up one of my press turns anyway. It is fortunate when I do not miss. But yes, accuracy and evasion buffs and debuffs, very crucial in this game. Ooh, Chadurikaja increases his physical attack power. Luckily, he seems to be gravitating more towards his magic. There we go. That could have gotten very nasty if my luck was not exactly up to snuff. Next time I'll have to use Analyze on those guys to see what they're capable of. Hey, I recognize that symbol on the door over there. Now that's just mean. That is extra mean. Luckily, this is a very inconvenient kind of fight to have to get into, but I have a way out of this. Let us pass the turn to myself. Let's talk to the Huapo. We already have one on our team. And since we have one on our team, we can have this Huapo take our friends away and leave us alone. If this was a different SMT game, but not this one. Ugh, well, I just embarrassed myself. Well, that took out one of them at least. Ooh, no, that's bad. Thankfully, they did not decide to capitalize on that. Well, I've got their defense back down to normal, but my luck is going to be the deciding factor here. Yeah, this can be a very brutal part of the game, as we don't really have any way to counter that. So if they stack up a lot of them, this can tend to happen. Ah, jeez. Oh dear. Not my day. But I should be able to outlast them. Luckily he ran out of MP, so not getting another one of those up. Oh, come on. Now you're just being cruel. But we managed to survive. Let's see what this guy's got to say. I plan on it. I'm gonna hold you to that. Okay, so we're actually right before Fornius, so we've got a healing room right here. And we've got a save point right here as well. A save terminal, huh? Don't get used to the game being this generous, because it won't always be that way. Well, that didn't go as well as I would have hoped, but we're making good progress, and next time we're going to have a boss fight. So, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you in the next video. Let us fight again, fellow fiends. Goodbye.